Hi guys, my name's Cara Jeffrey. I'm a PhD student out at the University of Sydney, currently based in Narrabri, and today I'm going to walk you through my project. So I'm second year and I'm looking at heat tolerance in chickpeas, so trying to figure out what makes a chickpea cultivar heat tolerant or what helps it be heat tolerant. So I'm going to walk you through the field trials that I have out here, and I'm also going to talk to you about a couple of cultivars that we found here that perform quite well in heat, and there'll be some information about that at the end if you'd like some more detail. So I have a field trial here in Narrabri. I have a field trial up in Connemara in WA. We've partnered with NACRA, the Northern Australian Cropping Research Alliance, and the University of Sydney. And yeah, so let's go. So this is me standing in my time of so one, just having a walk around. I'm recording over the top because it was really windy on the day that I recorded this video. So we've selected 150 genotypes. We've got 2 times of sow, where the first time of sow is simulating a normal sowing environment and the second is simulating a hotter environment. So we're hoping that the plants will go through reproduction later in the season when it's much warmer. Last year in 2019, we saw across the 2 times of sow a 30% on average reduction in yield. So it seems to do a good job of simulating heat, but as we know, field trials are unpredictable. So my time of sow 1 went in the ground on the 1st of June. My time of sow 2 went in the ground on the 1st of August. So we have a nice little spread in there. We have a range of different genotypes, a range of different maturities, and that's just to get an idea of the variation in the population, which can then tell us which genotypes are tolerant to heat or avoidant to heat, and how everything is managing. So one genotype that I'd like to point out in particular is Kimberley Large, which grows a really, really big seed. And you can see here I've compared it to a PBA Monarch pod. So really big seed, really pale seed. And I'll put the specs for it at the end of the video, also with some specs of some other genotypes that we found that performed quite well during this time. So you can see the plant itself also looks really strange. So it has a bit of an upright growth. It branches a bit strange. The leaves are really weird. The color's really weird. It's an odd looking chickpea plant, and it usually kind of throws people a little bit to see because it doesn't look like your typical chickpea, but it makes these beautiful, big, pale, quite wrinkled seeds, and you can see it a bit better here. So you can see the seed size and shape here. So compared to a bit of a typical Kabuli, it's quite wrinkled, but it's very distinctive. So if I'm ever cleaning a bag of seed or separating contaminants out of a bag of seed, I always know a Kimberley Large when I come across it. It's a very distinctive looking seed. So in Kununurra, the seed size is about 64 grams for 100 seeds. In Narrabri, it's a bit smaller, but in Kununurra, they treat them very differently. There's a lot of water, there's a lot of nutrient given. They're treated absolutely like kings. So that's just a bit of a spotlight, I guess, on that genotype. So just to finish up the presentation, a few genotypes that we found that might be really interesting to farmers. So I'm not going to waffle on about it. It is a lot of information to look at. So if you want to pause the video and have a look, or end the video and have a look, essentially flip 09156, very stable, very reliable. Meat and potatoes, go with that if you want something trustworthy. 358, a lower yielding cultivar a little bit, but also very reliable, and a larger than average seed size if you're looking for that market. And then Kimberley Large, as I spoke about before, you can see some actual information about what I was saying. Big seed, a little bit lower than average yield, but it fits a niche market, and that's why people seem to really like it. And just to sign off, I wanted to say thanks for watching this video. If you want to find me, there's my email address, my LinkedIn, my Twitter, everything you need. And have a good day. Enjoy the rest.